Okay, so this is a little bit difficult for me to give you feedback only because you're just fresh out of school. You haven't learned any like deep tissue stuff yet. So I'm gonna give it to you like I didn't know that.
That's fine.
Okay, like I didn't know that. Like I'm just like I'm a client coming in for a service with you and I do not know your skill level.
Okay.
Okay? So don't be offended by the stuff I'm about to
No, that's
say.
okay.
Know that I understand that you haven't learned the stuff that I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you feedback on what I wish you would have done.
Okay.
Okay? Um, but I'll start off with your flow. So you actually, for being so fresh out of school, have a really nice flow. There's a couple of tweaks that you can do that you need a little bit of work on, which would be like your transition strokes, right? When you're transitioning from one area to another, it's not choppy, but it's just lacking a little bit of what people will call flow. So when you get feedback from people and they're like, your flow is off, what they mean is your transition strokes need work. Like when you're transitioning from lower body to upper body, like right side to the left side, etc. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So if you're getting feedback from other therapists along your career and they ever say that, know that that is what they're talking about. They just don't know how to communicate that that's what it is.
Okay.
Okay? And once the girls come, I'll show you what I'm talking about there. But otherwise, okay, so pressure wise, which is the next complaint that people have, we're lacking in the pressure area.
Okay.
Okay? And just I think you might be a little bit scared right now
Yeah.
just because you haven't learned it yet. But your technique is there, like your positioning, you're using your forearms. It's just the confidence and being able to go deeper without hurting the client, right? Like you're a little bit hesitant. Even when I was telling you to go deeper, you still were like, I don't know, is this too much? That's the issue with massage versus like FST. In massage, deep tissue, like people are gonna want you to get in there pretty deep
Okay.
a lot of times. Now you have the option of working with those people or not working with those people if you and also knowing that you have limitations on how much your body can handle.
Right.
um,
Because I'm already sore right now a little bit from the massage, which is not good.
well the issue with light work, and I was going to tell you because you're doing cross body stuff, it's actually easier to do deeper because you're not holding yourself up from leaning in, right? So like your back is hurting worse doing lighter work probably than it will doing deeper work
Yeah.
because I'm not holding my body up when I'm leaning in. I'm just leaning in when I'm doing cross body stuff. So that's definitely going to be a factor in why your back hurts. And I was even thinking that on the table when you're doing the cross body stuff like this. I'm like, I was literally thinking this has to be killing his back
Yeah,
right
my
now.
teres, minor, major, and like everything, like my lats, they're flared up right now. So
Yeah, and so like, again, when we have the girls on the table, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Where like you get to just lean in, so I don't have to use my back muscles as much to hold me up because I'm just using my body weight to lean
would
into it more.
would you say so? You know, I'm used to like going across and then working across. Would you recommend just staying on that side and working there?
Either one's fine, but probably if you're going to do cross body stuff and you don't want to be using you're going to use less lotion in the beginning
Right.
with that type of stuff because once you get more lotion in, you might be leaning over more. If you're going to get more into detail work, that's fine. But there's ways to do it where you're not like hunched over and using so much of the back to hold yourself up. Like that's my issue with light work. Is it like lighter work hurts me more because I have to use more muscles to stop myself from going deep. Does that make sense?